Welcome to Next Level Rugby. We are out here at Stevens Stadium, Buckshaw Field in Santa Clara for the Jesuit Cup 2018 Sevens tournament, where we've got 8 of the best Jesuit schools coming here, all competing for the number 1 spot. We take a look at these pools. You've got 8 teams competing across 2 pools. Pool A, Santa Clara, St. Joseph's, Gonzaga, USF. Pool B, you have Boston College, the inaugural winner of this tournament, Notre Dame, who is always in the fight, Loyola New Orleans, and Holy Cross. Our first match of the day, it's going down, and it's going to be the hometown Santa Clara boys taking on the San Francisco Dons. This is going to be a pretty close to hometown rivalry going down. And then in that second match going off, you've got the boys from Philadelphia, St. Joseph's University, taking on Gonzaga. So tune in tomorrow right here on Next Level Rugby's YouTube channel as we bring you the 2018 Jesuit Cup Sevens. Now, let's take a look back at last year's final and take a look at some great action and a good reason why you should be watching this.
Lead with hardware.
Absolutely. Look at that little guy diving in the front. He's excited. One of his, maybe a brother or a cousin or nephew or somebody diving in the front there with the big guys. Congratulations to Gonzaga University. The next match for the Cup coming up, Santa Clara, the host, going to take on Boston College, last year's champion. Ought to be an enormous battle.
Oh, this is for all the marbles, basically.
And the hardware.
Yep. And so have you ever been in a position where you're playing for the championship cup?
Well, in this particular situation, this is Santa Clara's second year. They did not make the cup last year. They were playing for the plate last year. But are you speaking personally?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Sevens history, when we played in the Pacific Coast here, our club team played for the Cup qualifier up in Seattle. And unfortunately, we lost. But it was a great opportunity. It was up, I think, with Tacoma, up in Tacoma, hosted by one of the Seattle clubs up there in the Sevens many years ago. And great opportunity, great rugby. That's what's good about all these tournaments, is you really get an opportunity to play against players from around the United States or around your particular territory who you haven't played against with in 15s, and competition is excellent.
Now, Santa Clara and Boston College have an amazing weekend, a lot of great rugby from them. They're playing for the final championship game. What do you think they should do individually on their own teams to secure that win?
Well, coming into this, Boston College has a very definitive pattern of play. They have all weekend been able to maintain a good possession of the ball and a good ability to attack. So their pattern of play on attack is very good. Their defense is reasonably strong. They have a good defensive line. And Santa Clara, on the other hand, I think they're actually, even though I'm biased towards them, I think they may be coming in here as a slight underdog. Their pattern of play over the weekend has not been quite as consistent as Boston College. Both have similar defensive schemes, but we're going to see, I think this may come down to who can capitalize on whose mistakes. How about yourself? What do you think?
Yeah, so I think Santa Clara obviously has the home field advantage and a very lively crowd. They were a second-day team. I feel like first day they had a lot of great play, but I think on the second day they played even better. So they got the slight advantage over Boston College, which had a few hard games. They played St. Joe earlier, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, in their pool play. I'm trying to look back to yesterday. They had St. Joe's was in Santa Clara's pool yesterday, but they did have to play St. Joe's.
Sure, lots of emotions going through these kids.
Both teams are fired up, I know that.
This will be the final game of the day. Playing for the championship will be Santa Clara.
Each team bringing it in for the final words. So it's very important for each team to come out firing at all cylinders and really set the tone early and get that early win. You have 14 minutes right now till the cup.
Matt Fitzgerald, Santa Clara, number 10, preparing for the kickoff here. And the referee whistles it up, and on we go. Danny Schatzman taking the kickoff into the 22. Oh, we've got a knock-on. Actually, that was Danny Schatzman with the knock-on. So this is going to be the important parts of this game, is whether Santa Clara can capitalize on these just little things that happen.
The game now is in their advantage with this scrum about 10 meters out.
Scrum half Nick Russo. Placing the ball in a clean pick, and off Santa Clara goes.
2-on-2, little shake and bake. 2-on-1 with the offload, didn't get it off.
Didn't get it off, but we're recycling the ball cleanly.
You have a backline, nice steep and set up.
Oh, and a knock on.
Couldn't find the ball, drops it.
Yep, that's the inability to capitalize on an early Boston College mistake. Boston College, no less worried. They've got the ball back. To number 2, Willie Hawk. Boston College is their scrum half, putting the ball in. This is the very first position of attack for Boston College. And Santa Clara poaches the pass and recycles the ball quickly. And Nick Russo recognizing a little bit of the overlap.
Cuts it back.
Oh, taking it on to Mitch Spinelli, who breaks a tackle and puts in the first score of the match between the posts.
Another try for Mitch.
Goes from the outside, found an inside lane to cut into. Took a nice sharp cut inside. Takes a speed, nice hard line angle into the try zone. Nobody could catch him. Puts the ball down. And now Santa Clara is up 5-0.
And that is a defensive scheme by Boston College, clamping down quickly in a defensive mode, and actually talked to the Santa Clara guys about that. And one of the ways to defend it is to put it in somebody with quick feet like number 9, Nick Russo, who can step and create the space. And Mitch Spinelli took advantage of that and got it through from Russo's quick feet. We have a restart. 7-0 Santa Clara. All right, a kick that falls short. This, again, another opportunity for Boston College to capitalize on mistakes.
Has a pocket guy ready for him. Chooses not to pass it to him. Gets it down the line. It's a 3-on-1 position right now. Switches instead, brings it back. They turn it around to the other side of the field.
I got 3-on-2.
He sees the hole. He's not letting go.
Schatzman slowing it up, though.
Swings
They
it
go
down.
3-on-1 on the other side.
Nice advantage and overload. Holds on the ball with 2 hands, swings it out, cuts back in. He sees it. He wants it.
Yep, number 10, Speedy Tom Whitman.
Scores.
Boston College doing excellent job of recycling and moving the ball to create space in other places to create a 3-on-1 against Santa Clara.
It all started with the not 10 kick right there.
Correct. That was an error to capitalize on, and they did a great job. Dan Casey with the point after, tying the game. 7-7.
It just proves that every mistake counts here in sevens. You don't have that much time. 7-minute halves. All you need is 1 or 2 scores, and the game is yours.
Yep, capitalizing on mistakes, trying to reduce your own. Looking for support. An offload to Mitch Spinelli. To Jack O'Hara. To Nick Russo. To Matt Fitzgerald. In between the posts. Yes, for Adam Leonard.
Great team try there.
Absolutely. That was a beautiful try with support.
The guy running with the ball, but I've been saying it all day. The more important thing is that support runner has the lane, ready for the offload, and score easily.
And that is, quite frankly, not easy to do on the last day of the weekend after a lot of rugby to have that type of support. That was excellent play by Santa Clara. Have a substitution for Santa Clara, Spinelli coming off, and at number 6, Connor Rounds coming on. Matt Fitzgerald can get the ball 10. That is 10. Well into 10. We'll go into the 22. Defensive shape of Santa Clara forming quickly. Boston College recognizing a 4-on-2 on the outside. Boston College retaining possession, trying to recycle it wide over to the left.
Santa Clara with a hard
good defense. See if they can tie up the ball. And I think Santa Clara is rucking to win the ball. Oh. One player may not have been able to stay on his feet. The referee calling a penalty.
Boston College resetting quickly. 2-on-1. The winger being a little bit lazy, staying behind. Pocket for the runner. He's swinging back. Santa Clara is all there for the defense.
That missed tackles here could be a trouble. I think we had a head collision, but Matt Fitzgerald, I got the knock on the defensive play by Boston College, but we have a player down, number 2, Mitch Spinelli. Oh no.
It's unfortunate to see stuff like that.
We had a head-to-head collision here with one of the Santa Clara players. I'm sorry, that was number 12, Adam Leonard, who was playing on the wing. Taking a moment to get his wits about him to see. Seems to be up on his feet, taking a sip. Both